Well, hello and welcome back, and thank you for coming back today. Well, you've guessed it, we're in downtown Kato Paphos. We're standing up on top of a fountain roundabout. Have a look at that as it changes colours. Absolutely spectacular. We're outside the gourmet restaurant. You've got the Sabbath takeaway, you've got Mandra leather, and on top of all that, you've got Ochingra Sylvia on the booth, the most beautiful woman in the world.
Hello, everybody. How nice to see you again.
And again.
And again.
Can you do that again with a leg? Look at that. Wow. Absolutely spectacular. But one of these days, she's going to come a cropper and fall on the bottom, either on the pavement or, even more spectacularly, into the fountain roundabout.
Million views.
Million views. Do it then, boo. Get in the fountain roundabout. Right. Let's go up this road here, because this is the road that joins the Kato Paphos Promenade to Bar Street. That's Penguin's restaurant. That's the Gumbaros leather shop, a very upmarket gift shop, should we say. It sells suitcases, leather, belts, handbags, jackets, you name it. But don't go in there unless you've got quite a few euros in your pocket, that's for sure. But what you're going to buy when you're in there is very, very good indeed. Now stick with us as we progress up the street that joins us to Lower Bar Street. Here we go. There's the Dionysus Hotel coming up on our right hand side, and then just after that they've got their very own Italian restaurant. Unfortunately this road is not closed, so there's a bit of confusion here. Some parts of Bar Street are closed and other parts are not, which to be honest makes it more dangerous in my mind for the tourists. I understand the roads, some are open and some are closed, but a lot of tourists don't. I think it's a bit stupid. Those barriers should be down the bottom. I'll have to have a word with my Gumbaros, the mayor. Anyway, that's the more traditional Italian restaurant. All you can eat, $12.90. Bargain. And I mean, all you can eat. Now, that's the Mandra, which means the field. And they do a spectacular souvlaki. Look at that. Wow. Beautiful. Absolutely makes you mouth water, that's for sure. You see that?
Yes. Somewhere I smell a lovely food. Either it's here or there.
I think it's there. And as you can see, it's very, very, very busy indeed. Because, well, the food's very good indeed. The next one along our travel, should we say, is known as the Flintstones. There it is. And it's a very, very busy bar. Hey, you're right. Very, very busy bar indeed. And there is their sign outside. And it's telling you that's the Flintstones bar. There is Fred over there, and there's a nice lady there. Right, that is the Flintstone himself in the background. He's welcoming you. Whoa, have a look at that. Cocktails, cocktails, cocktails are being served. Have a look at that. Look at those cocktails being served. There we are. Look at that. Look at those cocktails being served. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. So that's someone's birthday, that is for sure.
Yeah.
Now, stick with us as we make our way up the Kato Paphos Promenade. I think we've recognised and spotted. They were a little bit shy, but I think they understood who we are. The next restaurant, well, it's the Democritus Restaurant. There it is, the oldest taverna in town. It opened in 1971. Come on, Christopher LaBouffe. Let's get through the restaurant. Let's show the people. Have a look at that. Absolutely packed out as usual. And there is the live singing and dancing, and there's some young girls, well, monkeying around. Have a look at that. Absolute heroes. Here is the back of house. As we can see, it gets a bit quieter, and it is a very, very nice restaurant indeed. And like I say, it's the oldest taverna in the whole of Paphos, and it's been here since 1971. We came here with one of our superstar subscribers, one of the very, very early guys on the block. His name's Dave Jono, and we ate there. And I'm telling you what, that food was very, very nice indeed.
Yes,
yeah. Very
nice food. And they have everything. If you're not fan of Cyprus cuisine, you can order anything you want.
Yeah, it does an awful lot of international cuisine. What's that restaurant called, Luke?
Alkion.
That's the Alkion Restaurant Taverna. Again, well, as you can see just by looking at the tables, it's almost full, that's for sure. So again, that must tell you one thing. The prices must be reasonable and the food must be very, very good indeed. Just over on this side, we've got the Robin Hood Bar. And it's one of the busiest bars in the whole of Paphos. It's very, very early in the night at the moment. And on that side, it hasn't opened yet because it's too early. That is the Tropical Nights. And that's a shishka pub and cocktails, soft drinks, heavy drinks, and cocktails, obviously. The next one on our travels is the Red Lion Bar. There it is on the right. And then when you're finished in there, well, you've got to pop next door and you get to go into the VIP7 Club. And then when you're finished in there, you get to pop in there. And then you can repent all of your sins, but please treat the place with respect. And I think you understand what I mean, because it's a beautiful, beautiful church with beautiful, beautiful gardens. And that is my, what you doing now, Christine Yellowboo? And that is my beautiful Armenian wife.
It's me.
It's me. Right, sit with us, because we are now going to venture up to the noisy, busy part of downtown Kato Paphos Bar Street. So, just to understand, Grisivia, there's going to be a bit of running. Oh, yeah, because as the music beats up, well, it's time for us to run, that's for sure. The first bar coming up, there it is. Sally Briers, well, that's got a place in her heart for sure. That is the Briers Bar, and she informed us only last week that when she was here last week, she popped in there, had a drink too many, got a bit tipsy, and Mr. Matt had to carry her back home, that's for sure. Stick with us as we continue on our travels. There is one of the greatest takeaways in the whole of downtown Kato Paphos. We've got a couple of Gumbaros in there, and they actually make absolutely fantastic pizza, that's for sure. On that side, you've got the Bubbles Cocktail Bar. And as you can probably hear, well, it's banging out the music, that is for sure. The next one coming up is even more famous than that one, and this one's called the Notorious Bar. Have a look at that. Again, very, very early in the evening. That's what you've got to understand. As the clock ticks, that place gets busier and busier and busier and busier, and it's the busiest bar on Bar Street by far, and that is for sure. We'll see that.
Well, all these bars, music, it's loud, one and louder than another.
Yeah, they're all in competition.
They are so close to each other, by the way. How do they enjoy? This is the one question, the first.
Well, possibly watching Grisivia LaBouffe and myself are getting a bit old. I understand that perhaps if we were in our 25s to 30s, it would be something that would appeal to us. Or maybe if you're a little Gumbaro like that. Doesn't seem to bother her, although she's running away now.
Yeah.
So stick with us. This is, shall we say, the dilapidated part of Bar Street, but luckily it has, most of it now been bought, and most of it has all been cleaned up as they prepare to get various licenses and permits, and of course sort things out as to what they're going to do, because that one has been bought and that's going to be turned into an upmarket restaurant and restaurant bar at nights. Those apartments are going to be refurbed, and they're going to add even another load of apartments on the top, which will have a spectacular view. And that place, well, as of yet, nothing. That's the old Lineker's Bar, but at least they have cleaned it up. And over here, if you want to go to King Kung Fu, that's where you would go. And as we continue up our little walk on downtown Kato Paphos Bar Street, there's not a lot going on around here, is there, LaBoo?
No.
Very quiet, very tranquil. But slowly but surely, life is returning. And as we get to the top, you're going to see the Keg and Barrel, and you're going to see the fish and chip shop that was mentioned in the previous video. And that fish and chip shop is called T&J's, and it really, really is, in my opinion, the greatest fish shop in the world, because they really are friendly, and it's not too big and it's not too small, if you understand what I mean. And they've always treated us very, very well from day one, even though they didn't know who we are. They still don't know who we are, by the way. But if you understand what I'm trying to say. So whenever we get a fish and chips from there, it always is exactly the same, and it always is very, very good indeed. And everyone I've ever spoken to who's had fish and chips there always says exactly the same thing. So that tells you something, that the two boys in the back, you can go and watch them cooking, but it tells you something that they are very, very good cooks, chefs, who knows, but they're very good at making fish and chips, that's for sure. Now, the last bar on Bar Street, this is the end of Bar Street coming up, if you understand, is the Keg and Barrel. There it is. At this time of night, the Keg and Barrel doesn't tend to be that busy. It's busy throughout the day, because it's got sports and that sort of stuff, and then it picks up later in the night. So mid-evening, it's not that busy. Although there are quite a few people in there, as you can see. And then across the road, you've got the Memories Bar, and then just over there, you've got T&J's, the greatest fish and chips in the whole of the Paphos district. And as you can see, it's a very nice restaurant. And if you're coming along the hotel street, when you go past Alexander the Great, get ready for it. And then when you get to the Almira Hotel, swing a right. And, well, there's the road with the cars going past. So you swing a right, and that's where you're going to end up. And you're going to get great, great, great fish and chips. That's for sure. Let's get across the road and say hello. So there you go. That's it. That is T&J's. And they're about half full. And again, they normally close at about 10. Then we get a wave. Then we get another wave. And in a minute, we'll get a wave from the two in the back as well. There is. He's thinking, who the hell's that waving at me? There he is. He's waving at us. Who the hell's that? There we are. All the way from Manchester and Yorkshire. Absolute stars. Receiving a booth?
Well, this restaurant is really, really very tasty. The girls are friendly and the boys also. I imagine TNG, is it the name of the...
It's the names of the two boys, yeah.
The names,
yeah.
the letters,
yeah.
The boys started.
That's what it is.
It's a lovely, lovely restaurant. You should visit it, and I'm more than sure that you enjoy it. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you again and again. And we love you, Subits, and see you very, very soon.
All that's left for me to say is thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please hit the like, click subscribe, and come back for a little bit more of our madness. I'll leave you with a beautiful, beautiful view of the rear end of Misochin Gracivia Le Bouffe. Look at that. Wow. Say goodbye. Oh, there goes that leg again. That's it. Wow. Thanks for watching. She should have been a dancer, that's for sure.